Hello, I'm Melissa from Swindon Libraries and Information Service, and this is the third of our Let's Get Crafting sessions. Before we get started, I would just like to give a quick shout out to all our friends at Park Library who've attended the Park Library Craft Club in the past. We miss you. We look forward to a time when we can resume face-to-face activities when it's safe to do so. But we do hope you're enjoying these sessions that we're putting on. There is lots and lots on the Summer Reading Challenge site, so do have a look. There'll plenty to keep you busy. So, food cans today. I've got a range here. It might be something like an old syrup or treacle can, other food cans. Some of them you'll notice I've kept the labels on. Some of them I've taken off, and I'll explain the reason for that in a moment. Just make sure that when you choose your food cans, you think about which ones have a sharp edge at the top. You might need your grown-up to help you with this bit because they can open in different ways. So you may need to pick the can or the can opener you use with a bit of care, because we wouldn't want anybody to get cut. That'd be a real shame. Okay, so the first activity I'm going to show you this morning then is how to make a drum using a food can. Okay, so you need a couple of balloons, and these are the balloons with the round end at the bottom. Okay, and I would give them a bit of a stretch first. I just need to be careful that with my mouse I don't pop the balloon. Okay, there we go, give them a bit of a stretch and then cut just where the balloon has started to go into the rounded shape. Okay, and then pop your fingers inside, give it a bit of a stretch. Okay, and there we go. It can be a little bit fiddly. That's it. I told you this was a bit fiddly. You might need a second pair of hands, but unfortunately it's just me. There we go. That's it. So we're going to do that with both of our balloons. Okay, and it will give you something a little bit like this. Okay, when you layer the balloons up, and different size food cans will give you a slightly different noise. It might be quite fun to take them out into the garden with some other bits and bobs and make a garden band on a summer's day. So this is one that I'm part way through decorating. You can see that I'm using some coloured stars here to glue on. Okay, so could do with a few more, I think. Not quite glitzy enough. There we go. I do like sparkly things, as some of you will know. There we go. So obviously it's your drum, so as much decoration as you want. Another thing you could do, another way you could decorate your can once you've got the balloon stretched across the top. You remember I said to you about keeping the paper on some of your cans? I've just found that it's then easier sometimes to get things to stick onto the can if it's still got the paper on. So here I'm just using some ordinary children's paint. Okay, I've got part way through, and it sticks a little bit better than if I put the paint straight onto the tin, and sometimes things will stick on better to the paper. Okay, so that's our first idea for today, is to make a food can drum. Hello, so another idea I had for using food cans is to make organisers for bits and bobs. Perhaps things like your hairbrush and comb in your bedroom, that kind of thing. So I've got some examples that my lovely friends have made for me. So you can see then that Corey has gone for the pom-pom effect here. Okay, looking good, Corey. And Louis also the pom-poms, but also used some coloured lolly sticks there. Really nice, very striking. Elsie, lots and lots of glitter. She did look a little bit glittery when she brought this round to show me. Okay, so we've got the sparkly glitter glued on there and the pom-poms, and she's wrapped it in paper, as have all of them, and I think that's helped glue those bits and bobs on. And Evie and Izzy worked together on this one, and they've gone for foam shapes and buttons and glitter. So 4 really nice bits and bob containers there. Just move them out of the way. So I mentioned in my heads up video you might want to use things like old birthday cards. Now, I tend to get quite a lot of cat birthday cards because lots of people know that I've got cats and that I'm fond of cats. So this is one I've been working on, just different cat pictures cut from my cards to wrap around the can. Now, this is another one where it might be helpful if you left the paper on the can, because I have found that it's slightly easier to get the pictures to stick. So you could use runny glue, or you could use a glue stick. Might need to just, if you're using pictures that are on card, might just need to bend it a little bit. Okay, before you glue it on. Okay, just like that. Now, the other thing I have found about using card is that you may need to leave it time to dry and to wrap an elastic band around just as it dries. Do be careful with your elastic bands, because obviously they're not good to leave out around real animals, and we wouldn't wrap them around a real animal. Okay, so second idea then could go for bits and bobs pods with bits stuck on, crafty bits. Could use old birthday cards, but could use any of the things that we've used so far. So some of the sparkly bits, coloured paper, or some paint. Okay. So now it's time for our third and final idea for today. And I thought that we might have a go at making some little garden friends. So here's an example that I've made, this little guy here. And I've left the can bare. I was tempted even to wrap it in tin foil and to get a really kind of metallic-y robot effect. But you can see what I've done is I've taken a couple of our milk bottle tops from our first week and some googly eyes. I think I might use the ones I drew actually today. So glue those on. Okay. Paper will probably stick okay with the glue stick. That's it. Okay, so just to make those really big googly eyes. I've also used here some lolly sticks. I mentioned to one of my sons that I needed some lolly sticks for these craft videos, and he's taken the eating of ice creams very, very seriously for me, so that I've got plenty of lolly sticks. You can see here I've made some stripes and I've glued them onto the bottom. It did take a little while for the lolly sticks to stick down with some runny glue, so just be prepared for that. I also cut lolly sticks. This needs a bit of oomph, I found. Cut and then snapped to make arms like that. And I hadn't quite decided whether to wrap some string, oh, where's my string, round on the ridges of the can here, or whether to add some buttons going down the front and to glue those on with the runny glue. What do you reckon? Could do either, I guess. So Let us know what you've been making. We'd love to see some of your photos. You can send them in to the Outreach email address, and that's loutreach@swindon.gov.uk. We're also on our Summer Reading Challenge website looking for pictures of pets reading. We know that lots of you are animal lovers, just like me, and we would love to see any pictures of a pet reading something with you or to you. Have a look on the website and you'll see some of the photos we've already received. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.